I'm Cape Jewel, and this installment of Comic Smack has been brought to you by the good folks over at T-Blocks. If you want an awesome comic-themed shirt like the one I'm wearing right now, then head on over to T-Blocks. For a small price, you can get one every month. It's a great surprise, and to sweeten the deal, if you use my promo code both on screen and down in the description, you'll get yourself a wicked deal. So, with that out of the way, let's hop on into the video, which is...
We are taking a closer look at the Mighty Thor issue number 22. Volstagg the War Thor is ready to take his one-man crusade right to the Fire Realms. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out. So, as the comic opens, we check out what's happening in Muspelheim. Mainly, we get a face-to-face audience with the Queen of Cinders herself, Cinder. Only, you know, spelt with an S instead of a C, because that's just cool comic book spelling now, isn't it? Also, a lot of people were wondering what exactly Cinder's relationship to Sutar is. She is his daughter, and in a piece of information that will shock absolutely no one, Sutar was kind of a crappy father. The Queen of Cinders is currently hosting Loki as well as Malekith the Accursed. The bad guys aren't exactly feeling like Queen Cinder is doing her part, pulling her weight as part of the evil cabal. I mean, yeah, sure, she burned the Dwarven kingdoms as was discussed, but that fire got put out right away. I mean, it's not even like she's really committed to this whole War of Realms thing. It's like she's phoning it in or something. This discussion will have to be tabled, however, because for the first time ever, it's actually raining in Muspelheim. Keep in mind, it never rains in the realm of fire, so this is pretty big news, and that's because Volstagg the War Thor has come a-knockin' looking for revenge for all the dead children slaughtered at the hands of the fire goblins. And hey, say what you want about her managerial style, when Queen of Cinders gets called out by the War Thor, she doesn't send a bunch of soldiers to deal with it, she gets up and does it herself. And I mean, really, you don't become leader of a hellish fire realm without being as hard as nails and mean as hell. Volstagg almost instantly begins to regret choosing to fight this battle on the Fire Queen's home turf. She barely even really has to hit him, instead she opts to try and drown him in lava. And I mean, hey, you might have a godlike thunderhammer from a now dead Ultimate Universe, but when your lungs start to fill with lava, that'll take the wind out of your sails pretty hard. It's like doing the cinnamon challenge, but like times 1,000. Also, hey, what's more heavy metal than a universe ruled over by beings made of pure fire and malice? Oh, I don't know, lava sharks that live in the lava? You know, sometimes it's actually pretty hard for me to decide what the thumbnail of any given video will be. Sometimes they drop it right into my lap like this. Now, if you'll recall, in the last issue, all the commotion, destruction, and general carnage had reached the ears of Jane Foster Thor, who intercedes in the fight and manages to save Volstagg from an untimely demise. Only, he's not the only one that Thor needs to save. It seems that the more Volstagg has been using that hammer, the crazier he's getting. He summons a massive storm in Muspelheim that ends up threatening the lives of even the peaceful, non-harmful fire goblins. And yes, apparently there are peaceful, just normal, everyday fire goblins. Jane's Mjolnir, once again acting of its own accord, ends up teleporting the Thor and War Thor away from the battle to a neutral territory. Jane tries to talk Volstagg down, saying that this new hammer is slowly but surely eroding his mind and that it's not too late to give up the ghost. Only Volstagg ain't listening anymore. He says that all of Asgard and Thor's talking is what got the realms into this war in the first place, and that if she won't stand aside and let the War Thor war, then well, he'll just kill her and be done with it. And that right there is where the comic winds down. So that was the Mighty Thor issue number 22, everybody, and overall I thought it was a really awesome installment in what is turning out to be a really kick-ass arc. The art continues to be eye-poppingly beautiful. I wondered why it took them this long to let us see inside Muspelheim, but now I'm actually glad they waited, because it made the heart grow that much fonder for when we actually get to see it. Aaron manages to weave some pretty interesting information about the Ultimate Mjolnir, saying that the hammer might very well be angry that its universe has been destroyed, and that's why it's filling Volstagg with such anger and hatred. Gotta wonder, moving forward, is he going to be able to break the control of the hammer on him, or is something bad going to happen to him before that? I honestly don't know, and it's one of the many reasons I'm definitely going to keep reading this one. Overall, I'd give this one another solid 8 out of 10. So that's Thor, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, why not check out some of these other videos? Then you can follow me on social media at Cape Joel, and if you like what you see and want exclusive access to videos and podcasts before anyone else, you might consider becoming a patron for as little as $1 a month. And until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching.